Game Time Brian. Hey, Mark, is that the guy coming on? Hey, Mark, you can bring DFW and the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and it won't matter. You haven't done dick in 30 years. The Pet Rock and the Chia Pet were more famous than Dallas in the last 25 years. Who are you kidding? The Chia Pet is more famous than the Cowboys in the last 30 years. The Chia Pet.
Well, good morning, everybody. Rise and grind once again. Rise and grind, everybody. Off to work yet again. Game Time Brian, otherwise known as the mailman. Heading off to the mailman job with my mauve. Hey, mauve. Mauve, pinkish mauve. Cup of coffee on this sun-splashed, but I'll tell you, yesterday was about as perfect a day as you're going to get, and today is going to be very close to it. Very, very low humidity, low 80s, high 70s. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. See, my Old Glory is hanging pridefully in my front yard, looking good. Oh yes, baby, yes. Just got done doing a video. I was up early this morning. Just got done doing a video. It's out for members only right now. Well, yeah, this will be uploaded before that one's public. I think I got that one set for public to go at 11. So if you're a member, if you're a Mailheads Crew member, you could watch it right now. Go check it out. I did a video. It's about 24 minutes long. So go check it out. If you want to be a Mailheads Crew member, you know, I do have to go through my mods. I think I'm going to lose all the mods and then add them back. I got a little carried away yesterday. You know, my thing is, if you like me and support me that much, hit the join button. It's $4.99 a month. You get videos early. You get to be a part of the Zoom call. Eventually, once this thing gets bigger, I gotta only have Mailheads Crew in the Zoom. But right now, it's, you know, nobody wants to, you know. 2 weeks ago, we had 10 people in there. This past week, there was only like 3 of us. So, again, that Zoom call is for you guys and girls, you know? I mean, I could schedule a show and things that, I guess I should just start making it things I want to talk about, but it's supposed to be for what you guys want to talk about. But we're getting there. I think the last time I checked, we're up to 22 members in the Mailheads Crew. So, shout out to you peeps. But yes, it's not much. Again, we're sitting here about, what, 40 days away, 42 days away from training camp, about 42. I will not be going to training camp. The dates keep getting switched around on me, so I will not be going to training camp. I'm putting all my focus on going to November 10th game in Big D against the Eagles. Looking forward to that. Got the room booked already. Well, me and Phil will have to coordinate the flights, but again, you know, these are the dog days, people. I give a lot of flowers to Eagles and their fans. I mean, and their ownership. You know? I wouldn't mind having Howie sometimes. I like our drafting, though. Our drafting is second to none. So, yeah, I would say, you know, the Ravens. But that CeeDee Lamb versus A.J. Brown, whatever. CeeDee Lamb, almost 1,800 yards receiving. Hell of a slot receiver. We're moving on. Some of the camp battles that I'm looking forward to is on the offensive line, is on the defensive line. We have a lot of young big boys that are coming in, okay? Just remember, Mike Zimmer can find these guys. You don't need to have a high draft pick. Yeah, I mean, it would be nice, but a one technique normally isn't drafted very high. You got Jordan Davis. He's a one tech. The book is out on Jordan Davis, you know. He needs to have a good year this year, or he could be bordering on. They gave up a lot to get Jordan Davis. So I hear he's thin. My thing is, I don't know if you want to be that thin. So we'll see. Book is out on Jordan Davis. Mozzie, he's a 3-tech that was drafted at the end of the first round, a couple picks ahead of Nolan Smith. They're both in the same boat. Nolan Smith and Mozzie have to do something if they want to be in the NFL for any length of time. So, again, people like to crap on Mozzie. Yeah, been a disappointment. So is Nolan Smith. So Nolan's going to get his shot. Mozzie's going to get his shot. Take advantage of it, boys. There it is. It's out there in front of you. It's definitely out there in front of you. I think when it's all said and done, one of the strengths of our team is going to be our depth at wide receiver. I love the Jalens. Okay? Not named CD and not named Brandon Cooks. We got the 2 Jalens. Jalen Tolbert switched to number 1, which, you know, it looks good, but you're gonna wear number 1. You better bring it. So I'm hearing he's bringing it. From what Brandon Cooks is saying, it is night and day from what he saw from Jalen Tolbert last year. And my guy Jalen Brooks, you watch, people. You watch. When Brandon Cooks is gone after this year, or maybe we sign him for another small deal, like another year or two, maybe we bring him back for like on a 2-year deal. Maybe we do. Then the Jalens are going to take over. They're all over 6 foot. They're all fast, and they're all have great hands. So I just want to alleviate any doubt in my Cowboys fans here that we need a receiver. I made a comment to, I think, Drew, and he kind of ran with it. You know, whatever. Again, I show a lot more respect for your team than you do for my team. Not you personally, Drew, just in general, you Eagle fans. Again, you guys are, I know, you guys are butthurt from, you know, a long time ago. That's not my fault. You know, it is what it is, people. But I'm hearing Keely Ringo. From Big Sills is beating out a Kenyon Mitchell. So that can be a good thing. Because you really don't want to go with a rookie corner unless your name is Sauce Gardner. Rookie corners don't normally come in day one. So that doesn't mean that Kenyon Mitchell is a failure, people, if he does, in fact, lose out the starting job. But, you know, Slay's 32. Slay's not long for this league. So you're going to have 2 young rookies. That's what you need. Youth is what makes this league work. You need to hit on some young picks. You can't just have a whole team. When you do go all in like the Eagles did a couple years ago, and they made it to the Super Bowl, you need to win it. Because you can't always do that. You know, you can't always do that. What happened after? You gave Jalen a big deal. Now, his deal really hasn't hit the books yet. If you look at the numbers, Jalen's not going anywhere based on how much he makes. You can't go away from Jalen Hurts. You really can't. For the next 3 years, you cannot go away from him. So that's what's going to be interesting with Kellen Moore and Jalen Hurts. How is Kellen going to work with a guy who's not a traditional pocket passer? Will Kellen change? Kellen's changing 95% of the offense. I'm hoping if I'm an Eagle fan that That 5% that they're keeping is the read option part, because that's what makes Jalens special. Just my opinion. And I think when teams play the Eagles, the one thing they fear is Jalens getting out of the pocket and running for 30, 40 yards. That's the thing they fear. The thing they want to do when we play the Eagles is keep you in the pocket. Now, the problem with that is Jalens has had so much time to throw with that great offensive line that he will burn you. He will. He's proven it. He's never really had more than 22 touchdowns passes in a year, so he's not a prolific touchdown or passer, but he will burn you. He throws the deep ball well. I think he throws the deep ball better than the timing routes, which leads me to my next thing. I got into a conversation with a very knowledgeable Eagle fan who said that, and I believe it was Dak Delusional. Believe it or not, Dak Delusional had some good comments too regarding the option routes. The option routes are huge with Kellen Moore. Dak loves the option routes, even though it's cost him. There you go, hit me. There you go, lady. There you go, slam on your brakes. What are you doing? I almost got hit in the ass. Pause. We would have had it on camera. But the option routes is what made Dak Prescott have those big plays early in his career. But it's key that you're on the same page with your quarterback and the receiver, or it could go the other way. That's when the receiver reads the defense and decides to stop and do a comeback route or keep going and run a fly. Problem is, Jalen's going to have to, where he's struggling in practice from what I hear, is he's waiting for the receiver to get open in this new offense. You can't do that. It's too late. If you wait till the receiver is open, too late. You can't do that in the NFL unless you're Green Bay last year in the playoff game. We were running wide. They were running wide open. Didn't matter what they did against us. But that was Dak's fault. Yeah, that's right. Sorry, I forgot. Yeah, Jalens has to be able to throw on time, as all NFL quarterbacks need to do. You need to throw on time in this league. Being open in the NFL is like this. Being open in college is like this. The windows are closer, smaller windows. So these option routes are going to be big. Comeback routes, option routes. Primetime Phil, who played the position at Oregon, he pointed out that that's what he's looking to see. What are Eagles going to implement? What are they going to implement with their offense? Kellen's going to stick to what Kellen does. He's been very successful. Now, I did hear Dan Saleo say that Kellen Moore is going to be the new head coach by mid-season because of Dracula, a.k.a. Nick Siriani, going to get fired after a slow start. They're already making excuses for a slow start under a new 95% new offense. I don't know. I don't know about that. But what I will tell Big Sills, because he says, well, unless Kellen Moore doesn't. Ooh, look at this accident. Ooh, I can't show it to you. Shoot. Here, I could do that. There you go. Look at that. Yeah, that was bad. That was bad, people. I don't know if you saw that. I did it right in front of the cops. Right. Lost my train of thought there. Oh yeah. Dracula. There we go. Dracula. It'll be interesting to see what goes on with that, because Dan Saleo goes, unless Kellen Moore doesn't interview good, well, just to let everybody know, Kellen Moore does not interview very well, supposedly. He's getting better. See, it's one thing to be a coordinator in this league, but to run and lead an NFL team is totally different. You're not just... Now you have to be everything. You have to be all things. You you have to be involved in every facet. And you have to be an unbelievable motivator and leader. Kellen Moore interviewed for Boise State head coaching job when he was in Dallas. They didn't hire Kellen Moore. They hired a no-name guy to coach Boise State. Why? Because Kellen's not a very boisterous, loud guy. He's a football savant. Kellen is very smart. Stubborn, though. Kellen's very stubborn. So I like Kellen Moore. I think Mark Holmes craps on Kellen a little too much. Kellen is really good at putting up numbers. For us, he struggled in the playoffs. But was it Kellen Moore who struggled in the playoffs, or was it Dak Prescott and the offense who couldn't get the job done? That'll be the question. We'll know. If Eagles have big-time playoff success this year, then it might show that it's our personnel that couldn't get the job done. So that'll be a question. Again, I think I'm being pretty fair here. But regardless, I don't see Nick Sirianni being around after this year unless you get to a championship game, at least. I think the bar is so high. And then I don't know that Kellen would be the guy to replace him. I think it would be a guy not in the organization right now. Possibly a Belichick, even though you're hearing Belichick wants to coach the Cowboys, to stick it to Robert Kraft. That was his comment at the roast. He wants to coach the Cowboys to stick it to Robert Kraft. I guess Robert Kraft doesn't like Jerry Jones. Who knows? I don't like Jerry Jones either these days. Jerry, I love you, bro, but not much success in the way of playoff wins, bro. It's got to get better. But I am at my destination. It took me a little longer today. So I am there. I am here. I will be here at 2:30 Eastern Time, live from the mail truck for my lunchtime chat. Please, I hope everybody can show up. Remember, I got a video dropping for everybody. It's there now for members only, and I think 11 o'clock it comes to everywhere else. Game Time Brian, otherwise known as the Mailman, is out.